I bet you didn't know how your body reacts when you're with someone you're attracted to. Welcome to our Brain Buzzing Buzzer channel with the Date Night Wonders, where we explore the fascinating science behind love and attraction. Why does our heart race, our palms sweat, and our cheeks flush? These involuntary reactions are our body's way of communicating attraction, excitement, and even nervousness. We often think of love as an emotion we feel in our hearts, but it is also a complex cocktail of hormones and neurotransmitters that affect our entire body. From the moment we meet someone, our senses are working overtime, gathering information and sending signals to our brain. We notice their smile, the way they smell, the sound of their laugh. Our brain processes these signals and decides whether or not this person is a potential mate. If the answer is yes, our body kicks into gear, preparing us for the possibility of love. Our heart rate increases, pumping blood to our muscles and organs, preparing us for fight or flight. Our pupils dilate, allowing us to take in more of our surroundings and, more importantly, more of the person in front of us. Our breathing may become shallow and fast, and we might even start to sweat. These reactions might seem inconvenient, even embarrassing, but they are all part of our body's ancient mating dance. Scientists believe that these physiological changes are rooted in our evolutionary past. In the early days of human history, survival depended on our ability to quickly assess potential threats and allies. A racing heart and sweaty palms were our body's way of preparing us for danger, or, in this case, the excitement of a potential mate. Fast forward to the 21st century, and while we no longer need to outrun saber-toothed tigers, our bodies still react in much the same way when we encounter someone who makes our heart skip a beat. Our ancestors may have met their mates around a campfire, but the same physiological responses are triggered whether we meet someone in a crowded bar or through a dating app. Our brains release a surge of hormones like adrenaline, dopamine, and norepinephrine. Adrenaline is responsible for the initial rush of excitement, the quickening pulse, and the sweaty palms. Dopamine floods our reward centers, making us feel happy, motivated, and even euphoric. Norepinephrine heightens our senses, making us more alert and focused on the object of our affection. The attraction goes beyond these initial hormonal surges. Our bodies also release pheromones, odorless chemical signals that communicate subconsciously with potential mates. While we may not be consciously aware of these pheromones, they play a crucial role in attraction, influencing our perceptions of attractiveness and even compatibility. Studies have shown that women are more sensitive to pheromones during ovulation, suggesting that our bodies are fine-tuned to maximize the chances of conception. Men too are influenced by pheromones, finding women more attractive during certain phases of their menstrual cycle. These subconscious signals highlight the powerful role that biology plays in shaping our romantic choices. The next time you find yourself drawn to someone, pay attention to the subtle cues your body is sending. The fluttering in your stomach, the warmth in your cheeks, the way your heart skips a beat when they smile. These are not just random sensations. They are the language of your body, whispering secrets about your deepest desires and revealing the hidden forces that drive attraction. One of the most potent chemicals involved in attraction is dopamine. This feel-good neurotransmitter is released when we experience something pleasurable, whether it's a delicious meal, a winning lottery ticket, or the intoxicating feeling of falling in love. Dopamine is responsible for the intense euphoria, the obsessive thoughts, and the relentless pursuit that often accompany the early stages of romantic love. When we meet someone new and exciting, our brains are flooded with dopamine, creating a sense of intense pleasure and motivation to pursue the relationship. This surge of dopamine is thought to be one of the reasons why the early stages of love can feel so addictive. We crave the feeling of being around the person who triggers this release, and we go to great lengths to sustain that feeling. This dopamine rush is not limited to romantic love. We experience similar surges when we engage in activities that we enjoy, such as listening to music, dancing, or spending time with loved ones. However, the intensity of the dopamine release during romantic love is thought to be significantly higher, explaining why love can be such a powerful motivator. The blushing bride and groom. Blushing, that telltale reddening of the cheeks and sometimes even the neck and chest, is another fascinating physiological response associated with attraction. While we often associate blushing with embarrassment, it can also be a sign of attraction, excitement, or even shyness in the presence of someone we find desirable. Blushing is an involuntary response controlled by the sympathetic nervous system, the same part of our nervous system that regulates our fight or flight response. When we experience a sudden surge of adrenaline, our blood vessels dilate, increasing blood flow to the surface of our skin. This increased blood flow causes the characteristic redness we associate with blushing. While blushing might seem like an inconvenient and sometimes embarrassing response, it serves an important social function. Blushing signals to others that we are experiencing a strong emotion, whether it's embarrassment, excitement, or attraction. This visible display of vulnerability can be endearing, making us appear more approachable and trustworthy to potential partners. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Have you ever noticed that you tend to mimic the gestures, posture, and even the speech patterns of someone you're attracted to? This unconscious mirroring, also known as limbic synchrony, is another fascinating aspect of our body language during romantic encounters. When we are attracted to someone, we unconsciously synchronize our movements and behaviors with theirs, creating a sense of connection and rapport. This mirroring behavior is thought to be a way of building empathy and understanding. By subtly imitating the other person's movements, we are essentially stepping into their shoes, experiencing the world from their perspective. This mirroring can be incredibly subtle, from a slight tilt of the head to a mirroring of their hand gestures. This unconscious mimicry is not limited to romantic relationships. We also mirror the behavior of friends, family members, and even strangers to a certain extent. However, the level of mirroring tends to be more pronounced when we are attracted to someone, highlighting the role of attraction in fostering connection and intimacy. As relationships progress beyond the initial stages of attraction, the intensity of these physiological responses may subside, but that doesn't mean the magic has disappeared. Our bodies continue to communicate our feelings and desires in subtle and profound ways. The key is to learn to recognize and interpret these signals, deepening our understanding of ourselves and our partners. Long-term relationships rely on different hormones, like oxytocin and vasopressin, often called the cuddle hormones. Oxytocin is released during physical touch, hugging, kissing, and sexual intimacy, creating feelings of closeness, bonding, and trust. Vasopressin, on the other hand, is linked to long-term commitment and pair bonding, promoting feelings of loyalty and devotion. Understanding the science behind these physiological changes can enhance our relationships by fostering empathy, communication, and intimacy. By recognizing the role that hormones and neurotransmitters play in shaping our emotions and behaviors, we can approach our relationships with greater self-awareness and compassion. The way we respond physically to a partner is a complex interplay of individual sensitivities, past experiences, and the specific nature of the relationship. What sends shivers down one person's spine might elicit a shrug from another. Learning to read our own body's language and that of our partner can become a powerful tool for enhancing intimacy. For some, a racing heart might signal excitement, while for others, it might be anxiety. Is it the thrill of the unknown, or are past wounds being triggered? Being able to differentiate between these is crucial. Similarly, understanding that a partner's withdrawal might stem from feeling overwhelmed rather than disinterest can prevent unnecessary conflicts. This understanding extends beyond the bedroom. Recognizing that a partner's irritability might stem from low blood sugar rather than something we did allows for a more compassionate response. It's about seeing the human behind the behavior, acknowledging the biological underpinnings that influence our daily interactions. Learning this new language of love requires observation and open communication. What are your partner's tells for when they feel loved, safe, or stressed? How does your body respond when you feel deeply connected to your partner? Sharing these observations without judgment can create a deeper understanding of each other's needs and desires. This exploration should be an ongoing dialogue, not a one-time conversation. Our bodies change, our relationships evolve, and what lights us up today might be different tomorrow. By staying curious about ourselves and our partners, we keep the spark of discovery alive. The body doesn't lie. It speaks volumes through its subtle cues and reactions. By tuning into this often overlooked language, we unlock a deeper level of understanding, not only about our romantic relationships, but also about ourselves. After all, the most fulfilling relationship we can have is the one we cultivate with our own bodies. In conclusion, the next time you find yourself on a date, pay attention to the subtle and not so subtle ways your body reacts. Embrace the butterflies, the blushing, and the racing heart. These physiological changes are not something to be embarrassed by, but rather celebrated as a testament to the powerful and mysterious nature of human connection. By understanding the science behind these reactions, we can approach our relationships with greater self-awareness, empathy, and compassion. We can learn to decipher the hidden language of our bodies, deepening our understanding of ourselves and our partners. Ultimately, this knowledge empowers us to build stronger, more fulfilling relationships based on mutual understanding, respect, and a shared appreciation for the wonder that is human connection. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to our channel. List interesting facts in this video's comment section that you would like to see.